Hey, what's up? This is DJ Prostyle.
And this is Penny Delas.
And this is Teach Me Something.
Brought to you by Berkeley College. All right, mi gente, welcome back to Teach Me Something.
What's up? DJ Prostyle in here.
And Penny Delas.
How you feeling today, Penny?
You know,
you feeling amazing?
I was
incredible,
feeling phenomenal
energetic,
up
inspiring.
until we attempted our Instagram live 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. So Penny, you know, we have a brand new podcast page for Teach Me Something.
Yes, we do.
Instagram page.
Teach Me Something.
That's on Instagram. So Penny, you know, promoted this whole. We're gonna go live on the new Instagram page, and we're gonna give out some amazing things today. And she couldn't even go. They didn't even offer her the feature to go live.
Isn't that
Like,
insane?
that's like a bootleg kind of page. Are you sure
That's
you have
like
an official
crazy.
page?
Well, yeah, it's official. It's an official page, and Liam from our AV team,
he created it.
He really thinks that we failed at Meta today. So
I think so too.
well,
I'm
we
with
went
him on
live
it.
off your page
Just to make sure it worked.
It did work.
Yeah, so I don't understand why yours didn't
It works
work.
on my page, my personal page.
Okay.
We don't know what's happening. Anyways, this is not a marketing problem. It's a Meta problem.
Yes. Okay. Well, we solve problems here at Teach Me Something, and we're going to figure it out.
We're going to figure it out. Liam's in the back trying to figure out his life. But in the meantime, we do have
a fun episode today.
Yes.
It's just me and you.
Yes.
And
what
questions.
else do we need?
I said just us.
Us and the listeners. You have all sent in so many questions. So we're going to answer some of those questions today. What are we calling this? Is this the
Ask Me Something? Yeah, this is
edition?
the Ask Me Something podcast segment for Teach Me Something.
You do not do well without guests.
Me? Yeah, I do. I have a whole radio show by myself, Penny. By myself, where I just give straight energy.
The Pro Show.
The Pro Show.
The Pro Show. All right. Well,
and you're my guest today. Hey, it's Teach Me Something with Prostyle with my special guest, Penny in the spot.
Such a pleasure to be here today.
So,
Thank you
Penny,
so much for having me. Yes.
So what got you into wanting to be on this podcast with Prostyle?
You know, Pro came to Berkeley College one day and was walking the halls. And we bumped into each other, and he said, "You know, it would be great. I have always wanted to meet you in person.
I did.
And
I've heard so many
podcast.
things.
And you know what?
And here we are today.
That's how we did it. You know, we change the story every time.
Yes.
That we did.
We're gonna run with whatever the story is of the day.
Exactly.
All right, so let's really get into the real questions that some people ask. I guess the first one is, what goes into making the podcast? This should be a lengthy answer, which actually I could really make it real short, and then you could get into long one. The short answer is, you know, Penny does everything, and I just show up on the day that we have to record.
That is the most accurate response.
Okay, but let's really talk about it because there's a lot of people involved.
So the episodes are 30 minutes long, and the audio of 30 minutes is aired on WOR Talk Radio. So we are on broadcast on Sundays. And then we have to re-edit the video to match the audio, which we work with our lovely AV team. So we work with Liam, we work with Marisa, we work with Peter, and we get that edited. So I edit, you take the credit. Is how it goes.
Like that.
Yeah. So we edit that, and then that goes on YouTube. And then
see what I got to deal with Liam? Liam's behind the camera now, shaking his head
He's
like,
just
amazing.
like, whatever.
Typical Penny.
And then we cut our social media pieces. So behind that is about 32 email threads and
I was going to say,
people.
I think you jump right into the actual podcast itself and what happens after we record, right?
Oh, you want to?
But leading up, they said, that's what they asked. You know, what goes into making the podcast, which starts from like brainstorming. I mean, we have to figure out what special, you know, guests and people we want to bring in here, and you know who fits what criteria. Especially now, we're getting to a point where we don't want to bring in people who, let's say, are talking about the same thing, right? That somebody else talked about. So even though they could give a different perspective, let's say, but there's a lot of planning. I think it's not just showing up, right?
It's a lot of strategy. It's planning. For season 1, we're halfway through season 1.
Are we?
So now, yes, wow. I know. So now it's looking at how we want to end that season and what does season 2 look like. So we're already planning. So there's a lot of strategy behind it.
Nobody told me there's going to be a season 2. I didn't agree to this.
Wow. Okay. Nice.
No, there's definitely a lot of planning, which is incredible because when you see the final outcome of these, you know, the final cut, you should say, it's incredible.
Fun. Well, okay. So I went the technical route. You went the strategy route. What else did they ask?
Well, that was just the first question.
Oh, that was just question 1.
That's great. Yeah.
Okay.
You guys are always talking about snacks and sweets, which let's see the rest.
We are.
What are your favorites, and what do you munch on in the studio?
Well, when we're not dropping them, oatmeal raisin cookies.
Oatmeal cookies are like whenever I come into the studios here, there's a vending machine, right? And listen, guys, I've been on my kind of like health. Which actually, look, if you really look at this episode, right, and just stop right here and just look at me, right, and you go back to the first episode,
flaco.
I'm down 29 pounds from when I started, nice. And I've really cut out a lot of junk. I don't even drink soda.
And that's since our photo shoot.
I don't drink liquor. I cut out eating twice a day, 3 times at most, amazing. Small portions, and I'm doing a lot of activities with the kids. And
I'm down 14 since our photo shoot.
Let's go.
So we're getting there.
And so going to that, with that being said, oatmeal cookies to me in the vending machine,
it's the healthiest.
It's the healthiest option. It's still not the best thing there.
But it's the healthiest.
There's still 300 calories, 150 each cookie.
Well,
I'm counting.
Well, this is how he splits that. Hey, Penny, you want a cookie?
Yeah, I always eat one. I give her one. And now whether she drops the cookie or eats
it was one time. Who opens a package from the bottom?
But today, what do you mean who opens? I open it from
the first one that I dropped, it's because you opened it upside down and then you gave it to me right side up. So when I grabbed the package,
whatever makes you feel better, Penny.
Okay.
So
Liam, edit in the video content.
Edit the drop.
The receipts.
But like today, for instance, which they were great, but this whole time I've been here like trying to take peanut butter out. Penny came with some like healthy little snack bars, pass me that right there. What is this? There you go. So she brought one of these.
Yeah, dark chocolate flavored coating, nuts and sea salt nut bar. We will not say the name because they are not our sponsor.
That's why I couldn't say that whole thing anyway. But still,
for those of you not watching and tuning in audio, I brought healthy snacks.
Oh man,
we are on this health journey together. I do not do the water fasting.
I did the water fast too.
Because both of us being hangry is not going to be a good combination.
I wasn't angry when I did. Oh, hangry. Okay.
Hangry. You get a little spicy.
I did a 3-day water fast, which was great, and I'm going to do it again. And there's so many benefits to it, and I'm not going to get into it. You guys could just search it up.
Okay. Well, text me when you're planning to do that, so I can
mentally
prepare
myself. The water fasts are really good for you. Those 3-day fasts for like cell regeneration and things like that, but not about losing weight, essentially. All right. So
do we talk this much about food?
Now this is our first time ever being asked.
The questions are.
We could talk about food a lot, yeah.
I guess we spoke about pancakes.
There is one episode I want to. We're talking about food. This is a funny one. I have to bring this up. Can we talk about the time? Shout out to my man Silas, and he owns multiple Compton's.
Okay, we have to get into the story.
Compton's sandwich restaurants, Compton's, right, which are amazing. Shout out to Compton's. So when we had Sean Paul here for an episode, we had it catered, and this is prior to me starting my health journey and diet, so I was hungry, right? And I think Penny, you were in the same boat, and everyone in the studio was. So my man brings in this big box of assortments of different kinds of
so
sandwiches,
excited
wraps,
about these sandwiches.
Big, huge Compton's thing, amazing, right? And Sean Paul's here, which is his manager, Steve. Shout out to my man Steve. So it's just two of them. We do the episode, and after I'm like, yo, you guys hungry? Because we have sandwiches here, da-da-da. They look and they're like, what's this? What's that? They're going through so many different sandwiches, and there's so many different. And he was like, well, we gotta get going. We gotta go somewhere else. I was like, oh no, that's cool. They literally closed the box
and took
because the box is like a briefcase and picked up the whole.
No,
box.
It was sandwiches, subs. They had
everything.
chips, drinks. It
and
was a
walked
whole thing.
out, and you used to see the face, the looks on some people's faces who were waiting in line to try to. They were like, and we all just watched.
Lunch just
we watched everything walk out, but he deserved it.
Out
so shout out to my man Sean Paul.
But you know what? It was funny. We spoke about it again the next night at the show. So
that was hilarious.
That was hysterical.
Hilarious.
You know what? We got to get them in. We got to get more.
Absolutely.
More stuff in.
What's your favorite episode so far?
What's your favorite episode so far?
Why you desperate? Really? You just going to throw it right? Let's see.
What?
Favorite episode? I don't think I really, one that comes to mind. I'm not trying to be like the cliche sounding like there is no favorite. They're all like my favorite, but they really are, because I could easily say, oh, the Sean Paul one, but that's typical, right? Because he was an artist in here, and Sean Paul's like a brother to me, right? So Sean Paul one, I would say, and the reason I'm saying that is because I have interviewed Sean Paul multiple times. We've done 50 parties together, concerts, from here to overseas to Miami and back. So, but then to hear some stories from him that even I didn't know was great. So I think people opening up and telling these deep stories like that. That was pretty cool. And if you guys haven't checked out the Sean Paul episode, go
you
back
really
and
should.
check it out.
You should check it out.
It's really good.
It's a really good episode.
His story's really great. Still can't think of one, huh?
No, I want to say Sean Paul just because it was our first
I'm so
guest.
glad that you let me go first, right?
Because it's our first guest.
Yeah. No, you can't. I already
And
said
it
that.
was-
Pick another one,
I
Penny.
said I want
Yeah, okay.
to.
Pick another one.
Because it's our okay, so this is what you guys don't see. Is the brother-sister energy.
Yes.
It gets so bad. But no, it was an interesting episode just because it set the tone for what the episodes would be with our guests. But I will say that I'm going to say the Dr. Baral episode. Because she dropped so many gems.
Yeah, so many gems.
So many gems.
Yeah.
We were...
That's amazing. She's just a quote spitter. Just quotes.
Yeah, we were laughing the whole time. And just so you guys know, so that episode, we had to edit it down. I think it got a little under 40 minutes, Liam, I want to say, the Dr. Baral episode. Because it was over an hour of content. And we had to... We had to trim it down. So there were so many gems. It was a lot of fun.
We might have to do a part 2 of her.
Yeah, we may have to. Aren't you going to take over like one of her classes at some point?
I would. I'm definitely going to go to Berkeley College and do something there.
Yeah.
So that's
October 14th.
Well, yeah.
It's on the calendar.
Yeah. I don't know if this is going to air before then or not, but
it might.
Yeah.
The pod will take over Berkeley College October 14th.
October 14th. Now we
Midtown.
have to make sure this episode airs before October 14th.
Yeah, of course. All right. What else we got?
How do you get ready for the episodes? Stretch,
He runs up and down the stairs, playing Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. I actually don't get ready. Penny would agree to that. Like,
Penny gets us ready.
Penny absolutely gets ready. Like, hey, did you go over scripts and all this kind of stuff?
I didn't call you today.
No.
No, today's a freestyle day. But yeah, no, that's typically we do like, a little, hey.
Which I think is the good balance, right? I think everyone
Yeah.
would agree. Like, you need one person who's like, to the script and one that just kind of freestyles it.
Let's call it that. Freestyling.
Freestyling. This is the freestyling episode.
Until we got to the live episode and you're like, wait, there's no script.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
You remember that one? In front of everybody? That was a great episode.
You know what? That really should be our favorite one. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
That
what's so
should
funny?
be our favorite one.
And that was
a good one.
You know what's so crazy, everybody? Because I'm thinking about these episodes.
I'm thinking about these episodes.
In the studio.
The
and we
live
totally
episode.
forgot that we did an in-person live.
That was amazing.
Shout out to iHeart for letting us use the iHeart headquarters stage setup right there.
It was amazing. If you guys
we have to
haven't
do another
streamed
one,
it,
which I believe we will get another one done before the end of this year. And the plan is I'm going to talk to some people and have like a special guest there that maybe, we'll get an artist who could actually even like perform one or two songs.
I'm excited
and then
about
sit
the
down.
contenders on our short list for that.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about it.
So that's going to be a good one.
And also we
we
may
still
do
have to do our
something-
Times Square outdoor
episode.
before it gets too cold too.
Yes. Which stay tuned, everyone, because we will be posting so you can register and sign up to attend. It'll be a good time.
That'll be great.
Yeah. What else do we have? What's next on Pro and Friends?
What's next on Pro and Friends as far as
One of our questions.
As far as artists, so if you don't know what Pro and Friends was or is, like the whole summer I went on this like rampage of bringing artists every single night. I would do a club out. So I did like a Prostyle and Friends, like instead of doing one big night with everybody, I just spread it out, and it literally started in like the middle or end of March actually. And when it started in March, I was kind of just booking artists. I didn't think about it, and then people started hitting me like, man, Prostyle and Friends, keep going. So then by the time April came, now that's my birthday month. So that was easy. Obviously I always get artists for my birthday. So then I lined up a bunch and then kept it going through, May and then June and July and then August. And literally now I'm kind of like, let me just chill out for a minute and just focus on just doing
And
clubs.
on some nights,
But,
there
but
were
what's
2
next?
or 3 venues.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. There would be.
Yeah, that one night I couldn't.
Oh,
Your
yeah,
wife
yeah.
is like, you're coming to venue.
Yeah. There would be weekends where I would
did the
have
first,
literally like 7 total throughout the
Yeah.
weekend between like a Friday and Saturday night artists in the club.
Sleep?
Monday through Friday.
Okay, great.
Which I like to say that, right? But then again, my little ones wake us up early, so there really
What
isn't.
has been your favorite Pro and Friends night?
Oh, well, my birthday party night probably was the fun, and not because it was my birthday party night, but just because it was all about love and having a great time, and the energy was great, and Shaggy was there. I I did like 2, but Shaggy was there that night. Jim Jones, Lola Brooke came, Ding Dong, the reggae artist. I know I'm missing people, but there was a lot of people.
I went to a few.
Yeah.
And they're a time.
Flow Rider was a great night.
Neo.
Yeah, Neo was an amazing.
Was good.
Neo's another one. By the way, I
night.
talked about this to Neo, and Neo said absolutely when he's in town, he's gonna do it. So,
amazing.
So Neo would be a great artist that we're gonna have.
But you know what? I'm biased. I have to shout out De La Jeezy's fam.
De La Ghetto's fam was.
I went
that
to
night.
Barcode for Jeezy.
And that was a back-to-back. So one week was De La Ghetto, and then the next week was Zion.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's been a crazy Prostyle Friends run for sure. So
are you gonna take it through?
Well, I have like, depending on when this airs, like I could tell right now, I have a Prostyle Friends night in Atlantic City, October 3rd.
Nice.
With
and then you're in Miami on New Year's Eve.
I'm doing, me, my man Alex Sensation. We're gonna be out there in J5.
Insane.
I'm doing New Year's Eve plan now. Maybe we'll give out a pair of tickets on this. We could do that, by the way. That'd be easy.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
You just got to get out there yourself. But I could get you in when you're there.
We will not provide accommodations, but we will provide you with some tickets.
Definitely not the iHeartRadio Music Festival. I cannot do
that.
Yes. But yeah, so New Year's Eve, we'll be bringing in 2026 live in Miami. And the people I'm doing the event with, they're the only ones who hold a license to do an outdoor festival on the beach for New Year's Eve. So it's the only outdoor festival on New Year's Eve. So when they said that at first, I was like, isn't it cold out there? But then it's not.
Right.
So then I watched the videos of last year, and it was crazy, and everyone's wearing like, dressed to be outside. It's like, and then I Googled, I had to do more research, and it's like 75 is the typical Miami weather on New Year's Eve. I'm like, all right, that's better than
it's gonna be a blast.
Than the 10 degrees we're gonna deal with here, right?
You're gonna have fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
I will be here.
Yeah, you can get out there. You can get out there. Maybe if you go, we'll do a podcast there.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Teach me something from the beach.
See, the idea is just
teach me something.
Liam's
from the
having a volcanic moment.
Liam's definitely like, well, I'm going for that one. You better not get nobody else to record.
Yeah,
that
we
one.
saw Liam at the MTV Awards, living his best life.
Is Maxwell ever gonna come do a takeover? He is.
He is.
He is. And matter of fact, that episode will be coming very soon. So,
shout out to Maxwell.
Yeah. First of all, shout out to my brother Maxwell from the KTU family, and
the next episode will be with Wendy
Wild.
This
is the setup episode for Wendy Wild. From KTU. She's going to be taking over. Teach me something.
Yeah, shout out to our KTU 1035 family.
Absolutely.
Maxwell somewhere in this building.
Yeah, he'll be doing an episode sometime after that, so it's going to be great.
Yeah, see, they're asking when's the next live taping. We just covered that.
Yeah. Well, the live taping, we're going to work some technical issues out, and we're going to we'll make. I think that we should set up. We'll plan it today. And we should make, and you guys let us know in the comments or, hit us on social. We should make our live taping the one, since here in New York, unfortunately, if you guys are in New York, I know we have people that check us out that don't live in New York, but we'll do that one in Times Square.
That'll be cool.
Yeah. And Times Square, we could, set it up right there, and hopefully some people show up. We'll give them some free stuff, and we'll be in Times Square. And that could be a cool live taping.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Before the cold.
Why not go live from Times Square? That's kind of,
I was about to be like, live Saturday night. Yeah, we can do that.
We can make that one work. All right. So the next question here is, are you taking the podcast on tour or keeping it in NYC? They are watching from Seattle.
Shout out to Seattle. Are we going on tour? Are you flying me out, bro?
No, I'm definitely not flying you out. But
sorry,
guys. But I'll show up and, we'll do a cutout. I've been hearing some cutout stuff. We'll talk about this cutout thing, too.
Yes.
But but going back to that, it goes back to the last thing we just said. I think going on the road would be great. I think eventually that will be the plan, to visit some of these amazing cities.
I love it.
I want to go to Seattle. Isn't that where like Grey's Anatomy was shot?
Yes. You're a Grey's fan?
First of all, no matter whether I am or not, my wife watches it so much that I feel like I'm a doctor. I'm like, well, why don't they just work on this? And
did you watch that on YouTube too?
I would be the type who'd be like, wait, I saw this on. Let me try to do this on YouTube. If you don't know what she's talking about, I'm a YouTuber as far as like searching up things.
Okay. Dr. Dreamy or Dr. Steamy?
What? What would my name be?
Which one?
Dreamy, I guess. Steamy could like be different things.
No, it was the whole point of the show.
No.
There was no, okay. We're not diehard fans. All right.
Those are actual doctor names that are on there?
Yeah, like nicknames.
No. I know Dr. Gray.
You know we're going to get like bat for this in the comments now.
Listen,
we're going to name this episode Steamy or Dreamy and see what
Oh, man. So how about you? Do you have any? What do you think about going on the road?
Love Greece. I think that we should put on the VR goggles now and go to Greece.
Who brought that up again?
Julia
Yep.
Hutchinson from a graphic design episode. I think that we should. That's the most economical route.
We could probably actually do an episode with VR, right?
Yeah.
Somehow, and promote it in advance where people who also have it could all join us in a virtual.
That would be cool.
Live episode and
we
record
could do
it.
a virtual episode
Because everyone, you'll essentially see everybody, right?
Yeah. I will.
I've never done anything like that, but
that'll be crazy.
From what she was explaining, which go back and check out that episode. That's where things are going now.
We could. We have that gallery, so maybe we could make a space. That would be interesting. Get some of my ID students to like create our virtual space. But I just want to let you guys know that we have been speaking about live episodes before we even started taping.
Yeah.
It was the first thing that Pro brought up when we were at the strategy table thinking about where this was going to go.
And look, and if you go back to our live studio audience one, we talked about that, and we were like, look at us sitting here in front of an actual live with almost 100 people there.
Exactly.
And well, there was if you add in everyone else, and amazing. So there's really no limit to what could happen. We just don't know.
But we'll see. You're traveling all the time. I travel. Maybe we do something.
Yeah, from Greece.
We kidnap Liam.
Yeah, when I travel, I'm like in the States going to DJ. When you travel, you're like, I'm in Mykonos.
Okay, guys.
Big difference.
So listen, I'm in Athens and I am shopping for Pro, and I send him a video. I tag him on a video. He's like, "Where are you? We're recording tomorrow."
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was the day before. But technically, I was in the future. I was 7 hours ahead.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy, isn't it? It was mind-boggling. Yeah. All right. What else? What piece of advice do you have for someone doing something out of their comfort zone?
Why don't you answer it first? I feel like I've been doing all the talking.
Because you love to speak about yourself, bro. And we're here for it because it's a podcast. Oh. Now, you know what? We talked about this at the live episode. I'm going to quote Nike and say, just do it. You have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Through discomfort comes growth. We're doing what's the thing now?
Liam, he's over here just trying to drop gems and quotes and stuff. You have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead. Anyway, go ahead.
Yes.
Okay.
Are we keeping all of this?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, great. So Liam is cracking up. This is what we do when we're by ourselves. But no, you really have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Through discomfort comes growth. And we would not be doing this podcast if we were staying in our comfy blanket all the time.
Mm-hmm.
What was the first thing you told me when we got together back in like January? I've never done a podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, for me that would be my answer, right? Because doing a podcast, I wouldn't necessarily say stepping out of my comfort zone. I just never felt the need to jump on the podcast wave, right? So I never did it, and I didn't really care to do podcasts, to be honest with you. And then when the opportunity presented itself, I thought about it, and just because of how it was presented and what this podcast is about, I agreed to do it. But I would never do the podcast that are just kind of like, are talking about gossip or this or that or that kind of stuff. Like it's never been my kind of style. So, but even doing this podcast is stepping out of my comfort zone and look, and now I love doing it. Right now it's fun and it's great, and you just never know what the outcome of something is if you're not willing to take that leap and to try.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
When you first started DJing and going on tour, did you ever think that your career would take the path that it's taken?
Yeah,
and you end up doing A&R for concerts and doing programming. Did you ever think that that's
Absolutely.
what you would amount to?
Yep.
You can't be serious.
No, of course not. Because I come from, listen, I've been in this game 30 years, right? And so when I started DJing, and I know we talked about this, I think, on another podcast, it wasn't the cool thing to do, especially for a half Dominican, half Greek kid, right? Like, they're like, a hip-hop DJ. They're looking at me like, fam, what? You know what I'm saying? Like rock music was still running things during that time. Heavy metal, and people were wearing like mohawks and things like that. And I'm like, no, I want to go over here. They're breakdancing on the corner and playing hip hop, And so when I got into it, I just really got into music for a passion. Where I think now, more people are getting into it just for the money side of it. right? Because they see, and I get it. Like, if you can make money doing something, why not, right? I'm not knocking anybody that sense. But, when I got into doing this, it was more of a passion. So did I know where I was going to go with it? No. I was DJing when I was in middle school. So, I mean, when you're in middle school, I don't care what anybody says, you don't really have your life set up yet, right? Going through high school, like I made a lot of bad choices that almost derailed my whole life, let alone my career, right? But at that time, I'm not DJing to make money still. I'm still just DJing on the side for fun, DJing, here and there. I'll do like a house party where they're setting me up in a garage. And, I was in Florida at that time, you're in the garage and you open the garage and people are partying right there and having fun. I'm just kind of like throwing records on. Then I got kind of into doing mixtapes, and through that whole time, I just kept doing it for a passion, and it was very expensive. It's not like now where you could just download the music, right? For DJs now, if you DJ, you could have a friend. Let's say you're my friend, and I've done this actually for people, and they want to be a DJ. I'm like, I got you. I'll just give them my hard drive full of music, and there you go. Now you have 35, 40,000 records of every genre of music from the beginning to the end, right? And you're set, right? You just got to learn how to DJ now, and you're good to go. You already have the music, and you could just continue to download music as it comes out, whether you're buying it or downloading it from these DJ sites. There's so many different ways to get music these days, right? Back then, it was very expensive. You had to go to a store and buy the vinyl. There was no downloads. Yeah. And then you had to protect your vinyl, because if you scratched it or something, it's over. Once you scratch the record, I'd be heartbroken if I scratched the record, right? Because then that's it. It has to scratch. There's no getting it out. Either you're going to hear the clicking sound every time it comes around, click, click on the song, or it skipped. It jumped, and that was it. At that point, you just throw the vinyl away. I used to, it was crazy, man. DJing with vinyl back in the days when I used to do 106 in Park, we used to go live sometimes in Los Angeles or even down in Florida for like BT's, Spring Bling weekends or any of these kind of outdoor events. And it used to kill me because I'd have to play some of the hottest songs at the time on vinyl. And it was so hot outside, the vinyl would melt instantaneously. Like,
what did you do?
But it was to a point where I knew it was going to happen, that I would have to wait till like right before we were going live on the air, put the vinyl on, put the record on. We're coming back. I'm playing the song. They're hyping the crowd up. I'm watching the vinyl start to wobble a little as the song's playing, and then hope for the best. And then we get in and I take it out, but then the vinyl's done. And that's for any DJ watching who knows, and the vinyl's done. That's it. The vinyl's warped, and there's nothing you could do about it. So it was, and it got to a point where we were trying to, cover things, but there was just some times where it was just so hot. The worst time for me doing an event like that was in LA for the BET Awards. Mm-hmm. And it was a 106 in Park live taping. And where they had me situated, there was just nothing to cover it. And it was 110 degrees. And as soon as that vinyl touched, it melted. And it was, so anyway, wow. I know I'm veering away from the initial, I'm going into stories, right? But going back to what you said, no, the path is, you never kind of know what the outcome's going to be. But as long as you have a passion to continue to do it, you just keep doing it and see where it takes you. And luckily for me, I got into radio, and I got into so many different sides of music. Which is why, I've done clubs, I've done radio, multi-formatted radio, from obviously urban to top 40 to Latin. And then I've done from programming to just being a mix show DJ to being an on-air also personality. So I've really, I've crossed all the different fields to now it's #podcast pro.
And now we're here.
You know what I'm saying?
Qué lindo.
And for you, when you started and you got into music and you were traveling and doing the behind the scenes and management side of things and managing DJs and running around with artists, you didn't know.
It was a crazy time.
Yeah.
It was a crazy time. I was speaking over the weekend. Shout out to Jay Ramirez.
Jay Ramirez. Yeah.
Shout out to Jay Ramirez.
He's been doing this thing forever.
We were at Tommy 5K's birthday over the weekend. So shout out to Tommy, brother of mine. And we were talking about this because he's like my first shot. You gave it to me at 19, singing with a group. And back then, I was one of 3 female managers. So you had Amelfis with Aventura, you had Andy's wife, and then it was me. And coming into a world that was a culture that was not my own, right? Coming into the Dominican culture. And, shout out to our Dominicano family, for embracing me for over 20 years. It was definitely an interesting pathway because you have to learn other cultures. You have to learn the lingo. The musician lingo is completely different, and being on tour with 20 guys on a bus, and you come out on the other side, and it was a beautiful time, and I would do it all over again. But starting from theater, going into music and sales and doing all of that, DJing, managing the DJs, and then coming into higher ed has been interesting. So I would definitely say be open-minded and just, what was it that Callisto said in his episode? Be ready for the blessings.
Yeah.
When they come. So when you're young, you think, I want to be here, I want to be at MSG, or I want to do this, but sometimes you don't see the bigger blessing that's on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's great.
All right. So we are down to our last question.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Spanish. Let's see. ¿Por cuántos años se conocen porque su química es contagiosa? How many years do you know each other because your chemistry is contagious?
It got to be like 5, 6, 7 days.
Life?
No, what's crazy is that we, outside of possibly knowing each other through the industry, just on like a hi-bye kind of situation or nice to meet you and keep it moving type of situation, we've never got to actually talk or sit down until we started this podcast.
Yeah, so January.
Yeah.
So less than a year.
And it's been great.
Which is crazy. We're very much brother-sister vibes.
You know what I'm saying?
And
I
love
it.
I'm
the big brother. She's the little sister, obviously.
It's because you're old.
You're immature.
Wow. But no, we have a lot of fun, and we typically edit all of this out, but
you edit it out.
For this episode,
let it go.
It's a we.
Let it go.
For this episode, we're going to keep all the bloopers in. We're going to keep it all in because from the feedback that we received at the live episode, this is what everyone loves the most. Liam's like, yes.
No,
but
Liam
no.
actually, I think was just saying it's time to go.
But no, we typically edit it all out and keep it, recogido un poco because it is, an educative podcast. But
I think that's the best way.
This is who we are.
I don't like anything that just sounds too clear-cut and perfect. That's the same way
it's never perfect.
Like when I'm doing my radio show, even if I'm recording stuff in advance, if I make mistakes, I leave it. Because nobody wants to sound perfect or hear somebody that just sounds like a robot or something like that,
Exactly.
So
we keep some bloopers in there.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're the one. You've made it very clear, Penny, that you're the one who does the editing.
But you take the credit. Therefore, it is a we situation.
This episode is edited by Penny.
Liam, do you have any questions for us? Nope. Not a one.
I got nothing today.
Nothing.
Okay, great.
Liam is checking his fantasy football team right now. He doesn't care anything about what's going on.
We have a couple minutes left. Let's try this Instagram live again and see if it works.
It's not going to happen, Penny.
Don't. Yeah, my
Okay. I mean, look, here's the thing.
I'm trying.
She doesn't even have the live button. So when I say it's not going to happen,
guys,
I'm trying to explain to her it's not going to happen.
Isn't even there. And I'm really trying because we promised you all.
You think if you keep refreshing it, it's going to pop up?
Yes, 100%. I'm going to try again.
Let's just all wait.
Okay,
add the Jeopardy wizard. The ding, 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 ding.
I can't.
Ding, 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 ding.
I can't.
Time is up, Penny. Final answer, crickets. All right, so I guess that is it for today's amazing episode of Ask Me Something presented by Berkeley College.
Yes, we are going to go to our IG Live.
Which make sure you guys are following us, our podcast page.
pod.teachmesomething on Instagram, where we're going to give away some tickets. Shout out to New York City FC.
Yes.
One of our partners has given us 20 tickets for us to give away.
Amazing.
To the
this
stadium.
Is like becoming like a radio show.
I know, right?
Once we start giving things away.
We have things. We're giving away things.
This is amazing.
So it's going to be great. So we can't wait to see you all at the stadium. So, we're going
to sign out till next time so we can go live, of course. And what we're going to do now is go live on the podcast page. And next week on the episode, our girl Wendy Wild from 103.5 KTU New York City radio station, of course, is going to be live with us on the podcast. And her story is amazing. And she has some amazing things that we're going to talk about. So we'll see you guys next week, unless you're going to switch over right now and check us out on the podcast, because that's where we're going.
Yeah. So thank you for listening. This is Teach Me Something
with DJ Prostyle
and Penny Dellas,
presented by Berkeley
College. Bye, guys.
Peace.
Hey, thanks for listening. Tune in next week
for an all new episode of Teach Me Something.
brought to you by Berkeley College.